I have a few thoughts about the whole like NASA, like Webb, whatever James Webb telescope situation. Like when I see all these things about space, and those videos where they bring up like the Earth, and then like Saturn, and then every time it gets bigger, and then the sun, and then there's like something that's like way bigger than the sun, and then like the whole galaxy, and then another galaxy, and then it's like millions of galaxies. That shot that they took, it's like millions of galaxies. So all of this forces one to think about how significant, or rather insignificant, we are. So how small are we? How insignificant are we? How useless are we? So that kind of pushes you to think about, of course, the idea of, are there other like humans or living things on other planets, and we're kind of like a second tier type being or creation, or are we that important? Are we not important? What's the deal? So this thought of us being very insignificant like this, it kind of makes me think that, so why are we continuing to live on? Do our actions matter? Do our problems matter? We're pretty small and kind of meaningless if you look at the whole picture. So why don't I just take my own life? It doesn't even matter. Even if I'm going to hell, like, I'm really small. What are my feelings gonna count within all of this, And then I run into an ayah. Of course, we all know it. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We have dignified Bani Adam, or the son of Adam. Allah says this. So this means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the one who dignified us. He's the one who gives us our significance. At the end of the day, we are insignificant. We are, as a creation in comparison to the universe, and in comparison to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in comparison to the angels, and the heavens and the earth. Allah says that the heavens and the earth are much bigger creations than we are. So if you're feeling useless, then remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has dignified you. Allah loves you. Allah made all of this for us, man. He made all this for us. We need to remember that as Muslims. And as people, I don't know who's watching me right now, but as people, we just need to remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made this for us. He talks about planets in the Quran. He talks about stars. He talks about comets and like asteroids, and how they hit the shayateen and the jinn, and how they would go up and try to listen to what Allah says and the angels say and stuff, and then a comet would hit them. So Allah speaks about this. وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقُ. What is the طارق? وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحِ. Like, we have made the bottom heaven beautiful with lanterns, with lamps, which are the stars. So Allah's talking to us about these things. It means He loves us. He wants us to be good. He wants to give us a path to paradise. So we're pretty important, man. I'd say that we're pretty important. So yeah, that's a big point that I wanted to talk about, is when you hear the notions of we're nothing, the universe is this, the universe is that, we're trying to look for other planets with life on them because we're insignificant, we're all of this stuff, we're living in a simulation, we're all of that crap, the Western crap, the philosophical crap, the scientist overthinkers, the people that want us to be undermined. They want to undermine humanity. They want to undermine God's creation, Allah's creation. We just need to remember that Allah has answered all of the questions that we will ever need to be answered. We need to believe this, and we need to believe that we matter, even though we're insignificant and we're very small. But we get our significance from the one who created us. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about throughout all this is when you see all of these planets, the planets that they discover all the time, like the galaxies, all that stuff, and it's like none of these planets have water. I mean, that's the thing that they're looking for, right? Like, if a planet has water, then potentially it could have life. So they discovered I think it's a galaxy. I think it's kind of like a system. I'm not really sure what it is. It's called TRAPPIST. It has a few planets around like a sun, and it kind of looks like our planet in a way, or our solar system in a way. But the thing is, the gravitational force, due to the planets being close to their sun, the planets, when they orbit their sun, they don't actually spin around themselves. They spin around the sun with one of their faces facing the sun all the time. So if you're living on that planet and you're living on the face that is facing the sun, you'd have sunlight forever, and then the part where there is no sun, it would be freezing forever. So I mean, when I look at these things, when I look at examples, like hundreds of examples of planets that are inhabitable, to me, what I get from this is, maybe Allah is showing us how perfect Earth is for us, how perfect that creation is, and Allah made it for us, and it orbits the sun in a perfect distance from it, and it spins around itself. So then we can have the night, and we can have the day, and we can have the seasons, right? All of this, how perfect is this? How can we not find a single planet that can mimic what is going on with us, right? So when I think about like other creation and stuff, then why has God created all this? Maybe it's because we can see how perfect our earth is, our life is. So that adds to the point of how significant we are, right? And it kind of makes me not care about if there's life on other planets or galaxies or whatever. I mean, I am loved by Allah, inshallah, right? And the ayah that says, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. God, you have not created this in vain. Like, you have not created this for no reason. This is a dua that the Prophet actually would say. He would look at the stars, look at the sky, and say this dua. So yeah, man, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. You have not created this for no reason. We just have to believe this. Alright, brothers and sisters. See you in the next video.